Before this video start, I just want to thank you all for the 115 subscribers. I woke up and I saw the number and I was shocked, and I saw that you guys like the ME system video a lot. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. And I'm sorry this video is gonna be long, but there's a lot to unpack. You don't want to miss this video, and yeah, please like, subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in the video. Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another showcase. Today we have a massive mod to showcase. This mod is like the jack of all trades. It has rotational powers, as you can see, like create style thing. We have mana, magic. We have a lot. We have mana manipulation. We can use the mana. We have redstone, as you can see. It's called blood. And finally, we have power. We have electric furnace, power storage, power generation, solar panels, and an ME system with an actual auto-crafting that we will show. It has fluid pumps. It has cables, hose, tanks, everything. So let's start slowly, and let's start with the rotational power. Now, I'm not gonna go over crafting recipes. Everything you need to craft in this mod is actually in here. It's in the workbench. In the tinkering tab, you can see there is a lot of stuff you can craft. I'm not gonna go over crafting recipes just because it's gonna take a lot of time. So as you can see, I have a tutorial book in my hand. So whenever you first join a world with this mod, it will give you a tutorial book, and if you right click or left click with it, it has chapters. So we'll go chapter by chapter. We'll start with the rotation, then go magic, energy, and at the end we'll go over miscellaneous. So let's start with chapter 1, rotation, and we'll go over the sources. I've gone ahead and in each chapter I laid it in, in a different side. So we'll start with the rotation on energy generation. So we have first a water wheel. As you can see, there's a flowing water under the water wheel, and it will generate rotational power. We have the manual hand crank. If you hold F, you can spin it. We have the windmill. As you can see, it's generating 60 RPM right now. We have a steam engine, and we have a mana engine, and finally we have the motor. And I'll show you each one, how to set it up and how to get started with it. Now, just an FYI, there's a bug with this mod where it doesn't matter where you rotate, it will place it wrong. So what you need to do is, for example, get a block, and if you right click on that block, you see it's gonna place it that way. So if you want it to face that way, you'll have to make a block like this, place it facing that way on that block, and then destroy these blocks. You see, it's facing this way, and now it's spinning because there's nothing, in the way of it. If you put something in there, it's gonna stop. So to start with the water wheel, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have a flowing water, and you just place it down, and it's gonna spin. That's pretty much self-explanatory. The hand crank is also self-explanatory. Same with the windmill. You set them up and they spin. Now for the steam engine, it's different. Now let's try to place it this way. That's not gonna go this way. So let's place it on this block like this. And how this steam engine work is you have two sides. You have a water side and you have a hot side. So we have water. The next side will need fire. Now I don't know in survival Hytale how you get fire, but this is the only thing I got it to spin. As you can see, I have water on this side, fire on this side, and the thing starts spinning, and it's gonna generate 150 RPM. Keep that in mind because RPM, you'll need it for all the rotational machines. So yeah, this is the steam engine. Now, as for the mana engine and the motor, this will require mana, which we'll showcase later. So we'll showcase the engine while we get to that. Same with the motor, it will require energy on that side, which whenever we get to it, we'll showcase. But as you know, so now you generated you generated RPM, but you need a way to transfer it. This is where the shaft comes into place and the gearboxes. So as you see, if you place shafts, now you can transfer that power. And now if you want to go sideways, you place a gearbox on the shaft. As you can see, it has all 6 sides that you can tap out of. You can place it that way. It can go upwards like that. It can go forward also. Mind the bugs with the placement. It's gonna be fixed hopefully. Next, you have cogwheels. As you know, cogwheels work. They can spin together. Now keep in mind, as you can see, 50 RPM coming into this shaft, and this cogwheel is 50 RPM. But as soon as you put another cogwheel near it, it's gonna halve. So it's gonna go slower. So if you put another shaft this way, you see it's 25 RPM, and you place another thing, it's gonna say 25, and as soon as you place another cogwheel, it's gonna halve the 25 into 12. So this is a way to slow down machines if you want to slow it down. And yeah, this is the cogwheels basically. Now, say you have a shaft that's going, you know, from left to right, as you can see, but you don't want it like this. You want to spin it. This is where the gear shift comes into place. So as you can see, it's still spinning the normal way, but if I supply it with blood/redstone, I will show you when we get to it. I placed a pressure plate. It's hard to see it. It's like the same color. As you can see, it starts going left to right or right to left. See, I step off. Let me get some blood. I will show you that. And I will show you it much better from here. As you can see, it's spinning that way, right? As soon as I step on it, it spins the other way. So this is a way to, you know, reverse your rotational power. Next, we'll show off the clutch. The clutch is used whenever you want to stop your rotation power. If you want to turn off a part of your system, you place a clutch. And as soon as you give it a redstone signal or a blood signal, you see it stops. Don't mind the thing still spinning there. The shaft here is stopped. And as soon as you step off of it, it keeps spinning. So you step on it, it stops. You step off of it, it continues. Step on it, stops. Step off of it, it continues. So now that we have rotational power generation, let's talk about using the rotational power. So let's start with the crushing wheel. This is the first thing that we're gonna use. What this allows you to do, if you have any sort of ore, let's say 1 adamantite, yes, and you press F to open the inventory, you put it inside. As you can see, it's inside. And now, as you can see, it took the ore from there and it dropped some dust. As you can see, you got 2 dust, which means this crushing wheel will double your ore. So if we get also copper, we put it inside. As you can see, it drops it on the floor and you get 2 copper dust. This is very helpful if you wanna ore double your ores. And yeah, I'll show you the next thing, which is the mechanical breaker. As you can see, we put it inside and it's spinning. Now, what this does is as soon as there's a block in front of it, it breaks it and it puts it in the inventory, just like this. So you can have like an infinite cobblestone generator, which is nice, just like this. So the next machine slash thing we're gonna look at is the mechanical slaughterer. And it is, as the name says, it will slaughter mobs in front of it or on it. So let's spawn a pig, for example. I already tested it just because it's pretty much finicky. You have to have the pet or the animal right inside of it on this block. And as you can see, it will kill it. Next thing is the item placer. And as the name says, it places blocks just like this in front of it, where this is pointing. So like this, I destroy it, it keeps placing, it's taking blocks from there. So I destroy it, now we have 3. And next is the item dropper, which is, as also the name says, it will drop blocks just like this. You see? In a full rotation, it will drop one block. In a full rotation, it will drop another block. And the last machine we have is the item press, or a mechanical press. Now this is pretty nifty. Some recipes will require like plates, and how you get plates is you get an ore, you press it like this, you put it in there, and as you can see, you get pressed adamantite. Let me show you the animation. You put it, it drops it down. Wait, did it? It didn't go in. It drops it down and it pressed it, and you get pressed adamantite. This is how you get pressed whatever. Like if it requires pressed cobalt or iron, you place the iron inside, it drops it, and you get pressed iron. So if you search pressed, as you can see, there's pressed everything. So if you see a recipe with pressed like material, just know you need a mechanical presser. Okay, now that we're done with the rotational power machines, we come to one of the coolest thing that we have. It's a gantry shaft slash, you know, the gantry garage. So I'm placing here gantry shafts that are connected to the power system. And for now, I'm just gonna break this so it's not spinning. Next, I'm gonna place this gantry garage right on top. And I forgot one thing, we need super glue. And I don't know if you guys know where I'm going with it. And I'm gonna let's get marble for now. So this is a gantry garage and you can build on it. But first you need a contraption heart. This is required for every contraption you build on this. So we place a contraption heart and let's just make, I don't know, like a normal platform on top. So to connect this, we need super glue. You right click on the heart, and as you can see, it's glowing. And now you go in a straight line, which is the middle block, you click, and you see it says line added. And now you can go from this line straight to this line, from this line to this line. And as you can see, I'm adding blocks. Now from this, you can skip this and click on this, and it will add this. Just like this, just like that. And now, wait, it didn't work. Hold on. There we go. And as you can see, all of this is glowing. All of this is glowing. And I like to add the gantry garage also, just so it, you know, connects to it. Now, this is a whole contraption. If I put it like this, oh wait, we forgot one thing. For some reason, this contraption requires a chest. So if we add a chest here, it has to go in a straight line. So take it from a straight line. And as you can see, we have a chest now. And now if I power it, as you can see, it's going forward. Now where this comes in handy, if you guys remember the gear shift, and we destroy this gantry shaft and we place a gear shift here and we supply it with blood signal. I'll get a pressure plate also. So we supply this with a blood signal like this. This will reverse the signal, which means this will start coming backwards. But why is it not? Is it even spinning? Is it still there? It is still there. Okay, it is working. So let's connect this. Is it gonna go backwards? Is it even doing anything? Oh yeah, you see? It just took its time. Let me set it to noon. There we go. As you can see, it's going this way because we have a signal going to there. And if I step off of it, it will reverse the rotational power and this starts going that way. Now, here's another cool thing you can do with this contraption. If you get block breakers, for example, just like this, mechanical breakers, and you place them here. And of course you need to glue them like this and like this. Now they're glued part of this. Let's put some blocks in front of this. So you can make mining machines now, just like this. And now let's connect it back. And as you can see, boom, boom, boom. There we go. It destroyed everything, and everything went into the chest. So this is just the basic setup. I know people will go crazy with it, making like a massive quarries, massive areas. So go ham with it. Make your automated farms, maybe like tree farms, all the farms. This is just a basic setup. I'm teaching you guys what to do with these stuff. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the rope pulley, and the rope pulley will take a rotational power, and if you press F on it, you can see control how far this rope pulley is allowed to lower the attached block. So right now it's set to 256, and if we have a hole under it, if we place a block, this will be attached to it. As you can see, it will start lowering the block, and it will lower it as much as you set this to. So if you set it to 256, it will lower it 256 blocks, but as you see, it stops because there's other blocks. If I destroy these, it will continue. And now, as you remember, if we have the gear shift, and if we basically invert the signal, this will start going up, but I'm not gonna set it up because it's the same thing. It's gonna pull it up and the block will be here. For the next thing, we have a piston, and this piston will be, if you place it down where the rotational power is, as you can see, it extends up to 5 blocks. This is the maximum blocks from 0 to 5. Now it's set to the maximum blocks, and as you can see, it extended, and if we give it power, it will rotate it backwards because of the gear shift, and it will retract. Now if we place a block, wait, that's not a block. If we place a block there and we step off, it will push that block 5 blocks forward. And yeah, of course there are uses for this, so I'll let you use it for whatever you want. And yeah, this is a piston. Now next we're gonna talk about the mechanical bearing. Now as soon as you place it and it touches a rotational power, it will start spinning. And what it will allow you to do is when you place a block in front of it, it will spin that block. But currently there's a bug, of course. It's not gonna spin the block. The block is spinning right now, but it's not showing it. As you can see, I can't go like in it. I can place block inside, but you know, it's spinning, so it's not there actually. So if I destroy this, the block comes back, as you can see. So yeah, that's just a visual bug. The block is actually spinning, so keep that in mind. Now, the next chapter is mana/magic, and there are 3 mana generation type machines. We have the Azure pedestal, we have the Moonlight pedestal, and we have the lightning rod. Now, let's get started with the Azure pedestal. Now, keep in mind, these pedestals have to be on these accumulator cores. This is a requirement for it to generate mana. Now, how this Azure pedestal work is you have to plant Azure fern seeds, and you get those from destroying Azure ferns, and you have a chance to get the seed recipe, and you craft those. And yeah, you craft those in the farmer workbench under the seed tab, and if you search Azure fern seed, and you can see it requires 1 blue crystal shard and 2 essence of life. Pretty simple to craft. And yeah, I will show you whenever they grow. Time noon, and time noon, time noon. Whenever they're fully grown, now I think, you see, this harvested it planted it back to seeds, and it starts filling this mana tank. Now, as you can see, I have chalk. This is how you transfer mana between blocks. So I have chalk all from here. As you can see, it's all connected to this pedestal, and it's connected to this mana tank. And that's how you transfer the mana. The next pedestal we're talking about is the Moonlight pedestal, and as the name suggests, it generates mana from the moon. So if we set it to midnight, it's gonna start generating. As you can see, the mana tank on the top right, it's filling up because the moon is there, and it's generating mana from the moon. And the final mana generating block is a lightning rod. Now what this does is it's gonna generate mana from the Tesla coil. You remember? Well, you didn't remember because it's in the energy section. But we have the Tesla coil that takes power and shoots out energy, or lightning. And right now there's no effects, nothing, but it's working. And as you can see, the mana tank is filling because this is working, they work together. And how I'm getting this energy to this is from the copper wire. And you remember the generator over there that we showcased there? I hooked it up to a water wheel, and right now it's just generating energy from the water wheel. And for these copper wires, what you have to do is it has pull and push. So you pull from the generator here, and you push to the energy storage, which is this way. So whatever you write or F on the copper wire, it pulls this, and you pull from the power source and you push to where where you're gonna use it. Now you generated all this mana, you have it stored in the mana tank. Now comes the time you want to use it. How you're gonna use it is you can have a mana transmitter and a mana receiver if you want to use it to put it to a different tank. So you place down the mana transmitter on the source tank and a mana receiver on the tank you want to fill it up. So you press F on the transmitter. I have it set up go until full, and on the port you can either keep it open port, so it transfer to any open port, or you can choose a frequency. So I set it to 1, and on here I have it to open port, but if I choose port and I click 1 and I set it, it's gonna fill from here. As you can see, it fills a little bit slowly but surely. But I'm gonna keep it closed for now because I have another one here. It's another receiver that's pulling from that one. It's on port 1 and it's going into a vacuum. Now this is another machine or slash thing that if you drop a block, you see it vacuums it up into here. As you can see, I have these stuff vacuumed up. So this is, as the name suggests, it vacuums stuff and it uses the mana inside it to vacuum. Just like this. See, it all goes in there. Now you see me skip a block. This is the mana disperser. What it allows you to do is charge up any item that have mana. You see this mana gem is empty. It can hold up to 10,000 mana. So if I hold it in my hotbar, oh, it actually charges in your inventory. As you can see, it's charging with mana because this will allow you to charge it with mana. Now we come to the fun part of this magic, spell crafting. So you have to craft these two tables. We have a spell crafting table and a spell binding table. So the spell crafting table will allow you to craft these glyphs that you can learn and use. Now I'm not gonna go over all the glyphs. I will show you. I have a spell prepared. Here we have amplify, AoE, AoE, all that stuff. So go through it, learn it all, learn whatever you want, and yeah, go crazy with it. So in the spell creating, you need to craft yourself a purple grimoire. This is like Ars Nouveau in Minecraft. You right click it, and as you can see, there is no spells currently. We create a spell. Now I want a spell that has projectile. I want to have some AoE because I want to show you this amazing spell that I made. So I made 3 AoEs and I will have some explosion. And I will call it boom. And I'll create it. So now it's active. Now if I left click, it shoots a projectile and boom. As you can see, we have a projectile with an explosion. Now, you want to have a bigger explosion? Sure. You come here, you edit this, you add more explosion. Just keep in mind, the more stuff you add to the spell, the more mana it will require you. So if we want a big explosion, we save this, and now look at this explosion. Boom. You see? And it also, like, you can add more AoE, you can add more explosions, it's up to you. So this is just another, basic spell that I showed you, and you go ahead and go crazy with it. Now, another cool thing with this, say you created a spell, right? The boom spell. We get a parchment. We go into this spell binding thing. We place our grimoire. We have the boom set up there. We place the empty parchment in this slot. We click the boom. Now this is a spell parchment for boom. And what we can do with it, we go to staff binding on the second tab. We place a staff inside. Now, as you can see, there are more like combination of buttons on your mouse. So this is left, 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 right, left, 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 right, etc. Right, right, right. So these are all the combination you can do with your left and right mouse buttons. You right click the parchment, it will go up there. You see it on the top right? Now you go, let's put it on left, right, left. We click the slot, it goes from there to here. And now our staff, if we hold it in our hand, we do left, right, left, and as you can see, it shoots the boom. And this is how you can have the staff with like 6 or 7 spells bound to it. So we come to the redstone part now. We already showed it off, but we're gonna show it off even more. We show everything. Now redstone, of course, it's called blood here. We have a mana button, it's called a button. It's basically, you know, a button, just works like a button. We have blood, which is the redstone powder. This is a blood piston. Now this is different from the piston for the rotational power. This is a normal piston, just like Minecraft, and if you interact with it, you can configure it to be sticky, which means it's gonna be a sticky piston, just like this, pushes a block and pulls it back. And if you configure it not sticky, it will leave the block right here. Next, we have an interactor. As you can see, it's opening and closing a door. Right now, you can do whatever it wants. It's basically right-clicking or interacting with an object in front of it. And I've set it to 20 ticks, which is interact every 1 second. You can go crazy, have it on 1 tick, which is 0.05 seconds. And as you can see, it's interacting really fast. You can have it up to 100, which is 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds, it's gonna close and open the door. And this is a mana block. This is like your redstone block. It's always active. So if I put it here, you see, it's always active. This is your redstone block. It's called a mana block. So now you're wondering, why do I have a long line of blood? It's so weird calling it blood. Let's call it redstone from now on. Why do I have a long line of redstone? Because redstone also loses power as it goes forward. Now, there is no way of telling what's the power, but from my testing, it's like as much as Minecraft, which is 15 blocks. And then we have a repeater. Now, as you can see, we have a mana, it's called a mana repeater. Now, if I remove the repeater, let's take it out and place it. As you can see, this is the 15th block, I think. And then it loses power, and then this doesn't have any power. So if we place a repeater, it pushes the limit even more, so you can have another 15. Next, we have the mana torch. As you can see, it's emitting a redstone signal, but if we shut it off, it will shut off the signal, which is kind of nice. It's like a redstone torch, but you can toggle it on and off. Now, we come to the fourth and final section, or, you know, the most important is energy. Now we showcase the generator over there with the mana. Now we have solar panels here which generate 1,000 like energy every 10 seconds while it's daylight. And we are transferring the energy with copper wires. Now, as we mentioned over there, the copper wire need to have a push and pull. So it pushes energy out of the generating block, so like the solar panels and the generator. So it pushes out and it pulls it inside these machines. As you can see, we have a lot of machines, so it pull it inside those. Now, I just remember that I said the opposite on that side, so don't mind me. It's the same as this side. It pushes out of the generating block and pulling into the the taking energy block. So it's pushing out of the solar panels into like the electric furnace, into that setup. So yeah. So we're generating energy. What are we using the energy for? First, we have a chunk loader. You supply with energy. as the name says, it will keep the chunk loaded. We have different types of battery. We have a high tier capacitor, which have like 1,000,000 storage. And then we have a normal capacitor with like 100,000. Next, we have an electric furnace with a massive buffer for ores or whatever smeltable things you want. If we get a lot of ores and we start smelting, as you can see, it will smelt ores and it has a 9-slot buffer in here that it will work. And right now, it's not actually getting energy for some reason. Let me figure out why. I figured out why. Now it's smelting. Now, for some reason, the electric furnace in the copper wires is set to energy storage. Now, I had that on pull. I switched it to push. It's not supposed to be push. It's supposed to be pull because this is pulling energy. But I think that's a bug. It's not supposed to be energy storage. It's supposed to be capacitor, probably. But yeah, I switched that off, and now it's smelting. As you can see, it's smelting. It's using energy to smelt ores. And yeah, that's the electric furnace. Now we come to the main event. ME system. Now we covered ME system yesterday. Now this is apparently it has auto crafting. I couldn't get it to work, but hey, if you get it to work, good luck. Now, as you can see, I have wires connected to everything. The controller is not enough to like give it power only. You have to connect every block that you set up. So we have the controller, we have a ME drive with a storage disk in it, storage cell. We have an interface, I'll show you what it does. And we have your basic terminal. Now, what's good about this is, as you can see on top, crafting tab. You can craft from here, and it has a station tab, which this actually makes it so good, which means if we get a workbench or, you know, all these workbenches in the game, it also works with the custom benches. And we go to the station tab and we put all of this inside. If we come to the crafting tab now, look, it now knows the recipes from all these workbenches. So let's give it a try. Now we need to craft, I don't know, crude shears. Now, if you remember, the crude shears is a recipe from the farmer workbench. As you can see, it tells you on the right, it requires an iron ingot, which is missing right now. We don't have that. And if I click missing, it's gonna tell you missing ingredients. So let's get some iron, just like this, and I'll put it in the system. As you can see, we go back, we search for a crude shears again. And now it tells me I have iron. And as soon as I click craft, in the storage tab, you'll see we have the shears now. This is great. Now you can search for whatever you want. We want torches, fine, we can. If we want to craft 20, we craft 20. And if you come here, we'll see we have 88 torches. Now, where this system is kind of nice, if you open the ME interface, now I want it to open on AutoCraft. It has patterns. Now you get a pattern in your inventory, you craft it. And now let's find the recipe we want to do. Let's say a crude bedroll. It requires 3 plant fiber and 2 light hide. So we click the pattern. We search for, we're on the input tab. So we need light hide, which was how many? 2. We put 2 and apply, and then we need plant fiber. How many it was? Was it 3, 4? Let's see. Crafting bedroll, it was 3. So we do 3. So 2 light hide and 3 plant fiber, and the output we put a crude bedroll. One of that. Okay. So right now we have a pattern. We go in here. We have a pattern for 3 fiber and 2 light hide will make 1 crude bedroll. So we go to pattern and we put the pattern inside here. Now, if we go back to crafting, if you see on the right here, it says pattern. There's 2 recipes. There's the original recipe, and then we have the pattern that we did. Now, as you can see, it requires 2 hide and 3 plant fiber, and you can click start. It says pattern autocraft started. And that will push to the inventory the required items. Now, where I didn't know what this does, is it's not crafting anything. Like, I don't know how to get it to craft. It's pushing the items into here. I tried giving it a blood signal, which is, you know, a blood mana pressure plate. It didn't work. Like, I couldn't get to work for the life of me. So I'll let you try and go ahead and do whatever you want with it. I couldn't figure out how it works. So it's clearly working. It pushed the stuff inside here, and now the energy, if you see, it's like fluctuating, but it's not doing anything. It says here, auto crafting mode, 36 slots, inventory, 18 pattern, no pulling or pushing yet. Status active. But yeah, it's not doing anything, so I couldn't figure it out. I'll let you work with it, play with it, and let me know in the comments below if you get it working. Now, one final small thing I want to show you before we go is the fluid pump, and we have hoses, and we have a fluid tank. So if there's a water source underneath or any fluid source, the pump will take it out, and it will transfer it. You see, we have 6,000 millibucket. If we put another one, we have 7,000. So yeah, that's just a small amount of water. And yeah, with this, I think we cover mostly everything with this mod. Whew. So yeah, guys, this is Magic and Machines mod. I hope you guys like the long video. It took me like 30-40 clips to record all of this. So yeah, this is on the longer side of videos, but there's a lot to cover, a lot to, unpack. It took me a long time to understand because the tutorial book is not very well documented. So I have to do trial and error and all of that. But yeah, I hope you appreciate it. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment down below what you think about this mod. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, goodbye.